understand. Why are classes cancelled on Friday?
Because of the dark dance on Thursday night.
A dance? But I don't have anything to wear, and I haven't asked anyone.
Not that kind of dance. What is it then? On Halloween night, witches and wizards dance in the dark so the fairies can visit. It's a ceremonial thing. At home, we only do it for a few minutes, but because there's so many of us here, they make it into a big event at school. It goes on all night. So it's not really a romantic type dance, but I guess you could bring a date if you wanted to. So will you be going with Jacob?
What? You like Jacob?
No. Where did you get that idea?
Well, he's always teasing you.
So is Donald. That just means he's a jerk. Sorry. What about Balthazar? Whatever.
So what should I do this week? I should sleep.
Probably. Yeah, sleep. Take a green. Maybe go to the gym. Something like that.
Woo!
Drain life. Damages a living target to heal the caster. Ooh. That's positively evil. Ah, alright. I find Donald and Virginia standing outside our room.
Don't you have something for me?
Yeah, happy birthday, you goof. She hands him a box. Cutie helped me pick.
Really?
I just gave her suggestions. She picked it out. I don't even know what it is. Just in case she got him an exploding whoopee cushion in the end. I don't want that pinned on me. He opens it carefully.
A harmonica?
Because of music.
That's cool. Well, thanks, I guess.
Happy birthday. Huh, thought it was cool. It's better than socks. Or a banana.
So, what do you think about the dance tomorrow?
I don't know. I'm not sure how you hold a dance in the dark. I wonder if there will be punch.
Are you going to ask anyone?
Virginia said it wasn't that kind of dance.
Yes, but that means it's easier. It's not like a real date, so... It wouldn't be the same kind of pressure if someone asked you, right? You could say it was, like, a friend thing?
Yes. Alright, Damien didn't leave us a note, so we can have a different conversation. Yeah, you gonna ask William? Oh, are you going to ask William? You are, aren't you?
I thought... Because of being wild seed and not knowing the dance...
Good luck! It's not a bad idea, if she can keep from being nervous long enough to do it. Go, Ellen. Oh, Ellen, sweetie.
Sweet, sweet Ellen.
And no, I'm not taking anyone to the dance. I would take Donald, but I don't have the option to ask him, apparently. Late in the evening, hours after dinner, the students are summoned to the dark dance. Even in the halls, the lights have been turned off, leaving only moonlight and the faint blue glow of magic to navigate by. Somewhere in the distance, the sound of drums forms an awakened heartbeat. When I walk into the darkened gym, my eyes are nearly useless, but my other senses are overwhelmed. Pine sap, evergreen, the scent thick and strong and sweet. The fragile crunch of dead leaves underfoot. Swirling breezes drifting hot and cold, autumn mixed with smoke. Murmurs and laughter from unseen lips all blending together. And under it all, music. Not as loud as it was at the junior high dance at my old school, where the only way to hear the tune was to stand outside the building. Just music, all around me. Is this how wizards throw a party? I can't really see the people around me, but their presence registers through sound and shadow, dancing, and so I begin to dance as well. Not too fast. I have to focus on my surroundings so I don't wave my arms right into someone else, but it's fun. No one can see me. I can't see myself. And the music goes on, looping into and over itself without ever reaching an end, playing tricks with my sense of time. It feels Magical. Are there really spirits dancing here with us? Oh my goodness, my heart is pounding in my chest so hard because I'm worried about upsetting Grabner. Doesn't make any sense, but he's gonna be so disappointed with me. Okay, for Donald. I know the spell, but I've never seen a spirit creature. This is my chance. Dots? I see something. I do see something sparkly. Whoa. Ah! There's a stabbing pain behind my eyes and everything goes black. Oh no, what did I do? My strong went down and my stress went up. The next thing I know, I'm lying in the hallway outside the gym. My eyes are still stinging and I blink repeatedly to try and focus. I'm not sure how I got here, but I can hear voices. Oh, that's not a good sign. Ah! I love how it looks like he's yelling at her and she's just like, "Oh, Hieronymus, you just settle down, you little youngin'." Okay, I gotta get back into character. Are you teaching these children not even the basic rules of sometimes experience is the best teacher? She could have been killed. What, me? I was worried about me. You are always welcome to take over the white course yourself, Hieronymus. And just like that, the fires of rage behind his eyes snapped to tight little pinpricks. Oh. So help me, Petunia. If you insult me like that again, I will leave this establishment. Notice or no notice. My apologies. I only wish the best. You wish to meddle, as you always do. I think perhaps I'd better speak up now. Just trying to understand. So, he's insulted because he meddled with white magic basically when he was younger. And then Violet got killed because of it. So, her offering that to him is very insulting, I guess. Oh dear. What happened? Ah, Miss Cutie. Did it ever occur to you, within the muddled workings of your toy plastic brain, that this event is called the Dark Dance for a reason? You and the toys and the children, I would put my arms around your long giraffe neck. My hands around your long giraffe neck. Professor Potsdam, who's nice, takes my hand and helps me to my feet. The original Dark Dance was created so that the Jogow could take part in local celebrations without being seen by people who might exploit them. Since you tried to spy on them, they punished you. But you weren't tied to a formal contract, and you weren't trying to capture them, so they only stunned you. Which leaves it in my hands. 10 demerits for your foolishness. Heh, you and your demerits. And detention on Saturday. Yes, sir. Try not to look so happy about it. But we're glad to see that you're all right. Speak for yourself. Wrapping his cape around himself, he vanishes into the darkness. So dramatic. He does mean well, you know. Angering creatures from the other world can be extremely dangerous. Not the ones here at the dance. I wouldn't allow any guest that dangerous to attend, of course. I want you children to blossom here. To reach your full potential, you have to be able to take chances and learn from the consequences. I see. It's too bad about Saturday, but at least you'll have tomorrow off. It wouldn't be a good idea for you to return to the dance now. Off to bed with you, then. Yes, Professor. She smiles and walks away. Doesn't swirl her cape around her. Well, at least now I know that there are really spirits here. So there's that. Classes are cancelled, so I got to sleep in and let out all the stress from being knocked out by the spirits. After lunch, we all come back to the room to relax. At least Virginia and I do. Ellen sits at her desk and pulls a large book off the shelf, but lays it down closed in front of her. What's up?
Nothing. Just the dance.
Did you get detention too?
What? No.
Cutie, what happened to you? I used spirit vision. They didn't like that. Oh. You could have warned me. I didn't know. I've never tried. But what about Ellen? Oh, did you? And then I cut myself off. Does Virginia know about Ellen and William? Does Ellen care if she does? Did she what? Did Ellen have a date? The reaction is immediate. Whoa, I'm sorry. Are you okay? What happened?
She scrubs at her face and sniffs, trying to push the wetness back into her eyes and failing. Nothing.
That doesn't look like nothing.
Nothing happened. Nothing ever will happen. He said, because of you.
Wait, what? Me?
Because I'm your roommate, so it's like I'm his sister too.
Sis, you liked Donald? I smack her on the arm. No, you idiot. William. Oh. I thought he swore off girls after Angela.
He went out with her?
Who's Angela? In Butterfly Hall. Huge beach. Which is why they broke up. Look, Ellen, I'm not good at sensitive stuff, but I know my brother wouldn't want to hurt you.
Didn't say he did.
Well, I want to make you feel better.
I'm fine.
We'll just let it go, let it go. She doesn't have to talk about it if she doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Okay. There's plenty of the year left. Maybe Ellen had a bad time here, but that doesn't mean things won't get better for her later. Right?
It could get better. Could get better, sweetie.
I get up to go to my detention. Yay! When I arrive at the room for detention, it seems that the professor hasn't even bothered to turn up. Donald is here, scowling down at a notebook in front of him. He doesn't pay any attention to my entrance. Hey, I did that for you, you know. There's a thick blue library book on the table with folklore and mythology compilation on the cover in silver lettering. Next to it a piece of paper headlined with my name in Professor Grabner's handwriting. Left me a note again. According to this note, I'm supposed to read a list of selected fairy tales and identify the most common failing of the human heroes. Is that they were all children and too stupid to know what they were doing? I flipped through the book quickly. Ethne? The Bride? Beauty and the Beast, the Sea Nymph, East of the Sun and West of the Moon, the Gifts of the Mountain Spirits. Are all these stories true, or just the ones he's picked out? Or none? I've heard some of these since I was a little girl, but they never mentioned Chogao or dances like the one we had. I'd better get to work. I sit across from Donald and smile at him. Don't you get tired of being in here every Saturday? Hey, you noticed. Notice what? That I'm here. Well, yeah. Well, that's sort of obvious, isn't it? You'd think. Beg your pardon? He leans back in his chair and smiles. Do you have any brothers or sisters? Huh? No. Do you want them? Are you offering? I'd say cute. Yeah. Let's just joke with him. Are you offering? Yes, take them, please. He shrugs. I know you and Virginia don't get along, but what about William? You're brothers, you must have a lot to share. Ha. You know what you asked me earlier? William never asks. Which thing I asked you earlier? He doesn't answer. The silent moment stretches. In the distance I hear footsteps echoing down the hall. Hey, Cutie, do me a favor. Okay. Ask William what he thinks of me. And with that, he turns his head back to his work just before the door opens. He's got grabby sense. Grabby's back. So I'd better act like I'm paying attention to my assignment. By the end of the afternoon, I finished taking notes on the fairies in these stories. They're all completely different. One will give you gold if you're polite and give you a hunchback if you're not, but another will only give treasures to people who insult him. One hero defeated an army of elves just by digging a hole in a hill and sprinkling it with salt. But in a different story, a king lost his whole country and was cursed for 100 years for looking at a fairy woman naked. I have no idea what I'm supposed to learn from this, except maybe that dealing with fairies is a bad idea? It was boring work, but it's over now. And we had a conversation with Donald, so there was that. I'm walking along minding my own business when suddenly I feel a gentle touch on the back of my head. Okay. I turn around, but there's no one nearby. Then I notice something white drifting to the floor. Paper? Did someone just throw a paper airplane at my head? William! With a few long strides, William crosses the hall to reach my side.
Whoops, sorry about that.
Don't think winking at me is gonna make this better. He picks up the paper airplane and winks at me.
It was supposed to go over your head.
Sure it was. No problem. Now that I've run into him, I have a chance to ask him something if I want. Oh my goodness. Oh, I want to know about both these things. Hold on, I'm going to save the game. Donald 3. Because I want to know about Ellen, but I need to ask about Donald for Donald. Actually, I wanted to talk to you about something. Ellen really likes you.
Ah, right. Look, I like Ellen. She's sweet, but don't take this wrong. You guys are still really young. For me to be involved with her in a romantic way wouldn't be right. I'd be taking advantage. A lot's going to change for you and Ellen in the next few years if you stay here.
Stay? What do you mean?
Well, you're both wild seed. Sometimes people with wild talents decide they don't want to be in the magical world after all. You and Ellen, and Virginia, are just getting started. I'm graduating at the end of the year. I'll be gone. Think about that, alright?
He tweaks my nose, grins, and goes on his way. Right. Well, we'll read our diary just to read about the age difference thing. Which is not a big deal. What is it, like 4 years between you and Ellen? Good grief. Donald's birthday. Virginia got Donald a present for his birthday. And it wasn't a prank. Ellen's plan. Ellen is planning on asking William to accompany her to the dark dance tomorrow night. Spirited blindness. I peeked at the spirits who were attending the dark dance and got my eyes blasted for it. So, now I have detention. Ellen rejected. Apparently, Ellen talked to William about her feelings and he turned her down. She's clearly upset, but she doesn't want to talk about it. Donald's request. I was talking to Donald in detention and he asked me to talk to William. I'm not sure what's going on there. Can't he talk to his own brother? Fairy stories. I spent my detention reading fairy tales, which would be fun if I weren't supposed to write an essay at the end. Age difference. William says he can't possibly date Ellen because it would be taking advantage. We're just kids to him and he's leaving at the end of the year. Okay, but now we will reload and talk to him about Donald instead. About Donald. This is sort of a silly question. Do you and Donald get along?
Huh? Sure. Why?
Well, see, I've never had a brother or sister. my friends at school, sometimes their sisters were their best friends, and sometimes they couldn't stand each other, or they were always competing. Virginia talks about you all the time. She really looks up to you, and she relies on you to know how things work. Is it like that with you and Donald? Or is there some kind of secret masculine bonding thing?
Well, I can't tell you about our male secrets. Wink. No, Donald's his own guy. He'd rather solve his problems himself.
Like his problems with his sister?
I don't get involved in that.
You mean you're not on Virginia's side?
There's no point in taking sides. If she's told you that she's always the innocent one, don't believe her. They're each as bad as the other.
But you like Virginia better.
What is she up to this time?
Huh? Nothing.
Tell her I love her, but I can't get her out of her homework.
I'm not here to talk about Virginia. I'm trying to talk about Donald. You dummy.
What? Oh.
Oh?
Well, I can't tell you much about that. I've only been at home with them for the summer these past few years. Donald's never told me about any special girls.
Wait, you... Actually, if he thinks I've got a crush on Donald, that might be a good reason for him to give me an honest opinion. Very convoluted. So, what do you think of Donald, really?
He's not a bad kid. He's just got too much energy, and that's what gets him into trouble. It happens with a lot of wolves. If he were willing to work hard on anything but pranks, he could go a long way. A steady girlfriend would probably be good for him. Nudge, nudge. I certainly wouldn't complain about seeing you together. But I'm not the one you have to ask, am I?
He ruffles my hair. I'm tired of people in this game treating Cutie like a kid.
Don't worry, I won't tell him you said anything. Good luck.
And then he's gone. That was not quite how I expected Donald's question to turn out. Not quite. Let's read about that. Wasted potential. I tried to ask William about his brother. He says Donald has too much energy and wastes it on pranks. But now William thinks I was asking because I'm thinking about dating Donald or something. Yeah, like, we wouldn't be thinking about that. Would we?